What's up, folks? I want to welcome you guys to episode 2 of my IGTV series all about fat loss for women and some of the reasons why it is a little bit more difficult. You run up against more plateaus and more stalls and things of that sort. So what we're going to be discussing today is overall quicker adaptations to a calorie deficit, and then also how a smaller body burns fewer calories. So the very first thing to take into consideration is that women are stereotypically going to be smaller when it comes to overall weight and their frame. So that means the overall musculature that they carry around, their bone density, their organ density, all these different kinds of things that actually end up burning a very significant amount of calories. So if somebody is smaller, they're plain going to burn fewer calories throughout the day. And that doesn't just mean when they're exercising, it means they're gonna burn fewer calories when they're at rest, through their daily activities, falling under the kind of NEAT umbrella. So they're walking, they're sitting and standing, they're working, going to the grocery store, walking to the mailbox, playing with their kids, taking a dog for a walk, all those different kinds of things, all the daily activity. Even at rest, women are going to burn fewer calories because they are at a much lower body weight. So that right then and there kind of starts them off with a lower calorie intake. And for a lot of people, that can be a little bit discouraging, knowing that you're going to have to diet on lower calories to lose body fat. Now, this isn't always the case, and there are some smart ways to kind of go about kind of skinning that cat that we're going to cover in the solutions video. But one of the big things is that women plain do have smaller body weight, and the majority of the time, they also carry around less muscle mass. Well, it doesn't contribute in a huge fashion to the amount of calories that we all burn on a daily basis. It is a consideration. So a smaller body weight and less muscle mass is going to ensure that you burn fewer calories at rest, during any kind of daily activities, and then also during exercise as well. Now, the next side of the coin is a quicker adaptation to calorie deficits. Now, we touched on this a little bit in video 1 about how women stereotypically are going to adapt to a calorie deficit a lot quicker. Part of the reason for this is to keep you alive, to ensure that you survive any kind of famine, so that you can give birth to children and to make sure that our human race continues to exist. Pretty damn important role. Now, one of the other ways that this happens is also within that NEAT, so that we were talking about, that daily activity. Now, they've shown that many women, when they diet for fat loss, will see big drop-offs in their NEAT, sometimes upwards of 25% more than men. So that means that even if a woman went and hit the elliptical and burned off 300 calories, which you probably didn't because it's actually very difficult to burn calories via exercise. That's a big misconception. But let's just say for the purposes of this, that a woman went to the gym and burned off 300 calories via going on the elliptical. The eventuality that her body would actually, and she's in a calorie deficit dieting for fat loss, her body would actually make her expend fewer calories via NEAT throughout the remainder of the day, ensuring that even though she burned 300 calories at the gym, her NEAT was decreased by a large enough amount that she would probably not end up actually burning very much as a net at the end of the day. So this also means that as women diet a little bit more aggressively sometimes, their body's going to be quicker to respond to that. So you almost view it kind of like a thermostat. And so the amount of calories that you're eating and the amount of calories that you're burning, eventually your body's fighting to bring these into equilibrium, to kind of even them out. And for women, what happens is their body is going to be much better at adapting and bringing these into equilibrium, which results in stalls in your fat loss, probably a lot of frustration, getting a little bit pissed at the process, and feeling impatient overall about things. So the two big things to take away from here is that a smaller body is going to burn fewer calories throughout the day. So that means at rest and sleeping, during your daily activities, and then also on top of that, while exercising. On the flip side of that, your body is going to be quicker to adapt to a calorie deficit. Your body is going to be much quicker to bring you into that equilibrium. And then on the opposite side of the coin, your body will do that with NEAT. So that means that even if you're going to the gym and absolutely crushing it and just killing your workouts, burning a lot of calories, your body will compensate to a much greater degree than a man's throughout the remainder of the day and actually decrease your NEAT to the level that it tries to bring you into that. So at the end of the day, your body is still fighting back against that fat loss. So in video 3, which is going to be much shorter, apologize for the length of this one, we are going to be covering some of the hormonal reasons that this happens, some of the other reasons pertaining to like appetite and having to diet on low calories and things of that sort. So hope this helps. See you guys in episode 3. Have a great rest of your day.